Now this stand deliver is in the rearview mirror. It's all the way back there. Get the hell out of here. You ever seen a man say goodbye to a premium live event? Heh once. Now let's see what WWE NXT has on tap for tonight. And the answer is, well, they had this. They just had more and more of this. So let's talk about all of this, shall we? I'm Joe Renton with my review WWE NXT, and yes, post stand deliver recaps, and then we go to Indi Hartwell, the new NXT Women's Champion, and she's over the moon. She wasn't so sure about herself. The crowd's saying, "You deserve it, Indi Wrestling." And look, I'm happy for Indi. I really am. She's a talent. She is very good. I wish they would have let her keep the superplex as a finish, because that was really cool when she broke that out like a number of months ago. It might have only been 3 months ago. I don't actually fully remember because so much of NXT blends together. But Indi's a very good wrestler. She's very likable. And it almost just feels like they panicked and just said, shit, let's put the title on somebody shocking. I mean, I hope that they can make this title reign work. At least have it go until the NXT event, for SummerSlam weekend if they decide to have that. But she really, wasn't sure about her confidence and everything, but that the fans didn't give up on her, and it was a decent enough promo. I mean, she's obviously over the moon about being the champion. Then here's Grandma Stark. She's just upset at Indi, like I've said before, that Zoe helped colonize Australia, and Indi has never thanked her for that. Because without Zoe helping colonize, who knows if Indi would... I kid, of course. I mean, Zoe just wants to be a women's champion like Mildred Burke, because you remember seeing Mildred Burke in her first match. Okay, enough age jokes about Zoe. I will stop doing that, except I won't. But they just jaw-jack back and forth. And Zoe says, Roxanne shouldn't get the first shot. Give me the next shot. Fine, I'll do that. And you'll be the shortest champion. So they telegraphed, obviously, that Zoe wasn't going to win. And I did note that Zoe cannot talk for shit. She tried. Keyword tried. There was a lot of trying on this show. Like they were trying to run me off at the first match. Tony D and Stax, who are a fine team, against Pretty Deadly, and look... No, boy, I don't want to see Pretty Deadly on my television. I don't care how talented they are. I hate the gimmick. And there was an exposed buckle spot and then a roll-up 1, 2, 3. I've just decided now that if a match involves people that I really don't care about, unless it's egregious, I'm just going to say this happened. Because like I did during, night 2 of WrestleMania, and like I did during my Raw review, I'm going to have a little bit more fun and laugh, ha 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 ha. Except there isn't a lot to laugh about in NXT, because there's some good talent, some gimmicks that are kind of and then there's some stuff where I'm like, I don't understand who the target audience is for this particular gimmick. So yeah, Pretty Deadly, Glory, win. And then JC Jane has a pre-tape. She is not done with Gigi. It will never be over, Gigi Dolan. It will never be over. She said, I broke your face, I broke your heart, and all that's left is to break your will. You can break... Never mind. JC is just great. I love JC. And you know what? If her and Gigi are going to continue this feud, fine. And it was a good reason to continue it. JC coming back and say, no, I'm sending you to the ladder. Ooh, ow, I needed my spine. So then Dijak took on Odyssey Jones. I don't know what Dijak's gimmick is supposed to be. Why he is Masahiro Chono with a Justice gimmick, I don't quite get it. And I think they've given up on Odyssey Jones. Because Odyssey Jones lost... they did big man stuff. And Dijak does excel at this. Him and Keith Lee did have a series of matches where they just kicked out of everything. But they did impressive shit. And we got a DVD and then a Moonsault 1, 2, 3. I did know, can Booker please stop sucking so much goddamn ass on commentary? My God, Booker T sucks on commentary. He is horrible. He is one of the worst wrestlers turned commentators that has existed. And I'm talking across any goddamn brand. He is terrible. I almost don't... I've waffled back and forth about reviewing NXT, and one of the main reasons I'm thinking about not reviewing it as much, or one of the reasons that I despair over watching NXT, and I'm filled with despair and dread and everything, is because of Booker T, who is so rotten on commentary. Maybe it's a good thing Triple H did beat him at WrestleMania 19. Okay, that was a bit harsh, because that was a stupid goddamn thing, but Booker T is terrible. Anyway, let's get back to the positives. So, yeah, Dijak hit a hell of a goddamn moonsault. Anyway, Mackenzie looked great. Always looks great. Her and Vic, so happy together. She interviewed Gallus. I don't know what they said. I don't understand a goddamn thing Gallus says. Get subtitles, please. I'm begging somebody to get subtitles. Or maybe get people that don't sound like they're from the Black Plague era. That Zoe Stark also remembers because she was a teenager during that time. And then Mega Man Frazier, aka Nathan Frazier, took on Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee's first singles match, and honestly, they probably should have had Dragon Lee in matches leading up to Stand and Deliver like this. Tell me that this match a couple weeks before wouldn't have been good. Yes, we had to, get into the big arena to see Dragon Lee's WWE debut. I could sort of see that, but it wasn't a multi-person match where he got to do some stuff, but this is a good showcase for him. And Frazier is very good. Apparently he's only 24, 25 years old. Guy's got a bright future in front of him if he doesn't destroy his goddamn knees with how he does the dives and everything. What is Noam Dar doing here, and why did Noam Dar grow out his hair, and why is Noam Dar here when there's no longer Alicia for... I'm not doing all that. Why is Noam Dar still here? Why is the Heritage Cup thing still a thing? I don't think NXT Europe is actually going to end up happening. I'm actually fairly certain that they're not going to do that because it's April. Like, it's the beginning of April. I know they just got out of Mania. I just have a feeling it's never going to happen. You know what? It probably shouldn't because NXT UK was a money pit. And now they've sold the company to, or now that Endeavor has bought WWE and they're going to do WWE UFC merger. That being said, I don't really know what the hell he said. I honestly have no goddamn idea. They did impressive flippy shit, Frazier and Dragon Lee. They started with mat work. They can both work. Dragon Lee is very impressive. I fear that they're just going to utilize him like this, and they're probably never going to see him for the talent he is. There was a drop kick in the corner, of course, staring up at the spotlight. We get a stomp by Dragon Lee, and then immediately a super kick from Frazier. Great job no-selling the stomp. Nothing against these guys because they can work. Move spamming is essentially what it was. And then a knee strike variation, or a Shining Wizard. I don't know what they were going for. 1, 2, 3, Dragon Lee wins. Highly athletic. Both these guys can do some impressive stuff. Chase University, which is not impressive. It's dog shit. I hate this. I absolutely hate this. I hate everything about this. The Schism, by the way, are now down to 2 people because Gibson and Drake said, we want to go. Don't send hate to Gacy and Ava. It's not their fault the creative is really goddamn shit. Don't do that. Direct it at Shawn Michaels, or maybe direct it at whoever the hell decided that the Schism was a good idea. But don't direct it at Gacy and Ava. Direct it at the creative staff. So anyway, Dookie Nukie Hudson wanted to be wanted some praise because he surprised everybody. Tyler Bate got praise, and Duke's going to get an MVP award next week. This is something they're putting on a wrestling program, and I want whoever decided it was a good idea to be arrested. Speaking of being arrested, I would like for Isla and Alba to cuff me. Okay, that was a bit weird. They apparently the basis of this promo was finger various objects and act hot. And they don't really have to act hot. They're beautiful women. They're talented. And yes, I really enjoyed this. Both of them. Good grief, they look great. Good grief. More of this. They look great. I don't know why they were doing Wiccan supernatural stuff, but you know what? They look great doing it. They sound great doing it. So anyway, they're going to face Kiana and Fallon next week in a rematch for some reason. Wesley then talks about the 5-way, and then we get Indi Hartwell and Grandma Stark. And Zoe she saw Clara Mortensen's first match, and then saw her as women's champion and said, I want to be women's champion. And now a number of years later, Google Clara Mortensen, folks, if you want to know what the hell I mean by that. We get this match. Zoe isn't bad in the ring. She's just bland. We had a big spine buster for 2. This match was okay. It wasn't awful. Knee to face, but Indi tumbles outside and then gets covered after Zoe gets her back in and then gets crucifix 1, 2, 3. So now they're having it where Indi just lucks in the wins. She can't even beat somebody that was around when the first Amish barn raising took place, when the first ladder was created, when dinosaurs roamed the earth. I will stop making these jokes one day, except I won't. And Tiffany is here, so I guess she wants a shot. But then suddenly, I didn't recognize who it was at first. Cora Jade, decked out in all leather, decides to attack and brutalize Indi, and she wants a shot. Okay. Roxanne also has been radio silent apparently because Stand Deliver killed the Roxanne star. So there we go. That was something. Then Kiana James yells at Brooks and says, "When I tell you to hand me my bag, you do it." And this is stupid shit because she thought the kiss was special and that she did date around because they were never exclusive. And why is this on a television screen? Kiana has a good look. Fallon has a good look. Why? Why? Who thought this was a good idea? Was it Shawn Michaels? Good. Somebody slap him. Maybe his vision will be fixed. And he'll be able to have 20/20 vision and be able to keep track of his pupils. Why? Why is this on there? Speaking of why is this on there? Well, no, actually that's unfair. That's a little bit later on. Because we did have Ivy Niles' entrance, and then while she's making her entrance, the passing of Bushwhacker Butch is mentioned. And it's terrible. 79 years old. Go and check what the Bushwhackers did in WWE, but especially check the Sheep Herders. Find the Sheep Herders, NWA. I don't know how much footage is of the Sheep Herders. I think there's some stuff of them in Portland wrestling, but check out how fucking violent and everything. Instead of doing this and whatever, they were just beating the shit out of their opponents. And then Cora is confronted by Rise of Lyra in the parking lot. I genuinely forgot they were having a feud. Ivy Nile and Tatum Paxley apparently are having a feud. It's funny. I think I mentioned this either the previous review or maybe the week before. Gee, they seem to have forgotten about this feud. And then I actually forgot this feud was a thing. Tatum takes the kicks and then bends backwards and then does that. That's impressive. That's got to be really, really hard on your body. And this is all right. Ivy's pissed and beats. I mean, Tatum did some good stuff. Actually showed some good fire, but Ivy's pissed and got a Dragon Sleeper and won it. So there you go. Mackenzie's with Dragunov. He will take on any challenge. He will slay monsters. And then here's the lobotomized zebra. Why is Von Wagner on my television screen? I'm genuinely asking. Why the fuck is he still there? Robert Stone says, well, how about this? If you lose, I'm done. I'm done with you. Is Robert Stone leaving the company? I think that's the idea. Please don't have Ilya Dragunov lose a goddamn match to the lobotomized zebra, heavy metal Von Wagner. Wesley took on Axiom Verge in a North American Championship match where Axiom can work. He can do good mat work, and Wesley is a great story and has really shown off what he can do. Axiom grinding West down and then traps him in a scissoring from behind. Wish I knew how to quit moving on. And then a knee strike, and then he missed his finish, and then Wesley hit, I believe they call it the cardiac kick, the flip kick, 1, 2, 3. There you go. And then a show of respect. And then suddenly Scripps apparently has hijacked the production truck because everything over here is suddenly Scripps. Oh my god, it's Scripps. And then he tries to dive at him, Axiom, and Axiom Verge kicks him and says, I'm going to expose who you are. Battle of the stupid mask gimmicks. And Axiom's not stupid. He's good. Reggie shouldn't be... They don't know what they're doing anymore. Then Mackenzie's with Mega Man Frazier. He is going to turn it around. He's going to turn the match around. And he's going to do some great things. So there you go. Speaking of things that are going to be turning around. Apparently NXT is going to turn around a few talents and bring them on TV. Tank Ledger. I don't know who he is. Big guy from the looks of it. Danny Palmer. They say she's a gymnast. And Alba Femi, who I thought at first was Ahmed Johnson cloned. And then I saw he had hair. There you go. I never seen any of these people. So let's see what happens. Carmelo Hayes has a championship celebration. Him and Trick talk about all the stuff. Carmelo talks about his accolades. Says that every champion needs has a person that helped them. A tough opponent. It was Steiner. And Steiner comes out because he calls him out. And thank you, Breaker, Chance, Braun Breaker, and all that. And he says, you've been great. I don't know what the future holds, but hey, everybody, Ciampa passed it to me. I beat Ciampa, you beat me, and there we go. Like, let's shake hands. Well, Carmelo wanted to shake his hand, shook his hand, and then suddenly he's just holding up his hand raised and everything, and then you could see it. I mean, you could see it coming. He clotheslines him, and then he takes out Trick and hits him with a really, really stiff power, or like catch slam, and then spears Carmelo out of his goddamn boots. Oh my God, Steiner turned heel. Trick and Mello cheated to win that match. That Trick hit him. Too many pronouns, pal. Sorry, Vince. Trick hit Steiner with the belt at one point during that match. So how'd Steiner turn heel? I mean, I guess it's a double turn, but I guess it's going to take place at Battleground. Like, they're going to have to rematch at Battleground, which apparently is another 6 weeks away. It's at the end of, 7 weeks. It's at the end of May. Okay, there we go. I'll see if I continue to review NXT. I'm going to see how things go and how my interest is, because maybe after Battleground I just say, fuck it, I'll just do the premium live events. Agree, disagree, what I said, like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Retlin. I'll see you soon.